Hello, my darlings. Today I have a few topics I would like to discuss with you, and also I have a new hair. And I have cut the fringe myself. I was reflecting about how when I was studying a couple of years ago, I moved to this place called Manchester only to study. I lived in this beautiful house. If maybe somebody goes to that house today, or even later, you can maybe see that the house has flaws. And maybe then my life had so many flaws. But for me, I was living my best life. I would wake up every day. And I did mention this before, and I think that this is maybe the reason why I mentioned this very much is because I believe that to have a good life, to live an amazing life, that's how you must be feeling excited about life, being like a child is. When a child is excited about everything around them and everything excites them. And later in life, I got to meet many people, and I guess I got to understand about all the places that I lived, and I was just so happy about the places that I lived. And in England, usually in London now, people, the rent is very expensive here. People share houses. For me, to share a house with someone at the time, I thought it was the coolest thing. It was a chance to get to know somebody. It was a chance to get to know the culture. It was a chance for life to happen in a way and for things to transform and to myself to transform. It was a huge chance, and just speaking about it, I get excited because that's how I felt when I got to share a house with someone. And that's not everyone's idea. Usually people think, oh no, you're gonna share with a stranger, and they just have a different perspective about it. So let's get into it. I have 7 tips how to get high on life and how to feel excited about life in general and have that playful energy like you're a child. I'm going to start with gratitude. Gratitude is the frequency of abundance. And one of the reasons that I was so happy was because every day I practiced gratitude, but I didn't practice gratitude actively. I subconsciously practiced gratitude because I would say, oh my God, thank you so much for this beautiful house. I live in this house. I cannot even get my bearings on it. I cannot even understand how I got to live here. I am so lucky. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day and I get to live here. I get to go downstairs. I get to see my English housemates. I get to live in England. This is a beautiful experience. I get to live. I get to experience life every day. I get to cycle. I have a bike. That's what I used to say. I was like, I get to exercise and I get to transport myself to the places that I want to go, and I get to have fun all together. How lucky I am. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance. And when you recognize the beauty in everything, when you recognize that there is beauty in sharing a house with people, because maybe you do not have the money to share and live with yourself, plus it might be lonely, or things that people say. a gratitude journal can really help, or writing 3 things that you're grateful for on a post-it note, and then put it in front of your computer, or put it in front of something. Perhaps when you're cooking for your family, instead of thinking, oh no, I need to cook, thinking, this is an opportunity for nourishment. This is an opportunity for me to nourish my family. And look around and think about, people have worse than we do. How would they react to where you are living? That's a very good way to shift, because some people don't have food on their plates, and it's huge, just the fact that you have a roof on top of your head. That's just amazing. Now that we're speaking about food is vitality, food is energy, and everything that we put in our bodies is going to transform and is going to give us some energy. And everything that you consume and how much you consume affect your energy. Be very mindful about what you choose to eat and how much you are eating. Make sure that you're choosing high quality foods every day. Make sure that you're eating whole foods, living foods, loads of vegetables, loads of protein. It's so, so important. And I find it as a hack for myself. Whenever I want to have a sweet treat or a dessert, I have it after my meal in the evening, because my energy levels tend to go down. So having a sweet after the meal, it's a boost. It's really good. So if you don't have to completely cut sugar, but leave the sugar to have after the meal, and trust. There is a really good book. It's called Glucose Revolution. And I think that if you want to have a better life and still enjoy eating what you eat every day, it's a wonderful book. I highly recommend. I'm going to put the link down below. Also, fasting. If you're used to fasting, or if you may want to try it out, fasting is a great way to up your vibration, especially if you can not eat until 11 o'clock. It's also a great habit. It might work for you, it might not work for you. People are different. It works wonders for me. I feel a lot of clarity and I have more energy whenever I fast. And the days that I want to fast for a longer period of time, it gives me I feel that the days that I have a longer fast, I am connected to the universe in a way that I am not able to describe. But if you know, you know. Since we touched on creativity, that is the next thing we're going to talk about. Creativity is the spiritual energy in motion. Find anything that excites you that is creative and artistic, but it doesn't need to be artistic. It can be problem solving. It could be solving puzzles. The key about creativity is about flow. When you're creating, you are also connected to source. You're connected to the God. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to God. You are in a state of flow. Flow is a beautiful state. Creativity is a bridge for you to that state. It's one of the bridges. Whenever you are in flow state, you trust. You trust yourself and you trust in the process. And you surrender to whatever is passing through you. You surrender. Next one is exercise. Do not skip this one, because exercise will connect you to heavens. Movement is medicine. The more you move, the more you feel alive. Have you noticed if you're at home for the whole day, your brain starts to die? I get anxious if I'm home for a long time because I start to feel sleepy. It's like I'm not alive and I need to do something, I go for a bike ride every morning, so I cannot stress enough how important exercise is. And exercise is not only about fitness, but it's also that flow of energy, and it releases stored emotions. So if you're angry about something, or if you're sad, whenever you exercise, that is a way to set those free, instead of them being in your body, and then they will cause disease. So let them go. Connect to your body and let yourself connect to the universe. Daily practice: stretch, walk, dance, or train. Do whatever you want. Find an exercise that suits you. Find an exercise that you enjoy. That's what people say all the time, like when I was very depressed, I used to go for a walk around the block for 20 minutes every day. And that was life-changing. The next one is meditation. Meditation isn't just about stillness, but it's about connection. When you silence the mind, there is divine inspiration coming through us. Even 5 minutes of meditation can be very freeing. Breath work, sometimes, if you can do, great, but sometimes it can be a little bit daunting. So find a meditation that you like. It can be walking meditation too. You can do exercise and meditation together. Check in with yourself. Check in with your body. Lie on the floor. It doesn't need to be formal meditation. Like, I don't know, play with guitar and free for 5 minutes, something like this. Or lie on the floor for 5 minutes, lie on your bed for 5 minutes and focus on your breathing. Number 7, connection. We are not separate from others. We are an infinite network. Genuine connection, it heals us, inspires us, it uplifts us. Connection with nature, when we feel the wind, when we listen to the birds, when we feel the water. That is one of the most beautiful ways to feel that we are part of this. And then you have connection with people. It's nourishing when we can look into somebody's eyes and see their soul, and they can see our soul. What a wonderful thing it is to have people around us having meaningful conversations. Connect with the universe. Remember that we are dust, and there's so much more to it that make us feel like our problems, what we make of our problems, it makes our problems feel smaller than they actually are. Not discounting them, but just observing them in a different way. I invite you to try to connect with something that is outside of yourself every day. Whether it's somebody, a loved one, whether it's something, in nature, like a bird or a tree or the sky or the clouds, the stars. Last but not least, we have one of my favorites, and it's play. Reclaim joy. Pure life energy comes when we are playing. Our inner child is happy and free. They are connected. They are open and connected. Laugh, explore, try new things, explore new places. Go, go, go. Have no script but to enjoy, but to have fun. Children do not need stimulants to feel alive. They do not need coffee. They would just be laughing and laughing and laughing. and they just feel everything so intensely. Do something fun every day. Try to do something fun every day without agenda. I want to tell you that you don't need anything to feel alive, to feel a sense of joy. All you have to do is to look around you and acknowledge life, acknowledge yourself. When you are in alignment with the universe, when you're moving your body, when you're creating, you're tapping into this endless source of energy. Ask yourself, let's ask ourselves, am I living with intention today? Am I living with intention today? Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow.